Hello YouTube, hello. I'm just here to show you guys how to make the helmet, how to make yourself an 8 link Archdemon crown for my Peabot build. So this helmet has has 4 socket gems in them. Spellcrit, Hypothermia, Elemental Damage, and Conk effect, as well as just giving you +3 to your Peabot. And I'm gonna go over just explaining how to craft this. It's pretty easy of a craft. It's not that expensive a craft, but it's a bit RNG. You can get very unlucky, and like a lot of people have been crafting these. So sometimes, like maybe you should just consider buying one, because this is a craft where it's actually very important to get like the 3% crit. It's a lot of damage you'll be missing out on if you don't have it, because unlike Inquisitors, which kind of does need the crit, there's gonna be 2 main ways to go about crafting it. The first option is going to be fossil crafting. Now, if you're not necessarily playing my build, which is a CI build, fossil crafting is the cheaper of the 2 options, because it is a 1 in 6 to hit hypothermia, and either socketed gems or supported by more elemental damage, or you deal 3% more damage while at low life. Either or of those 2 is going to be fine for this build. It's going to be fine for most builds, but for our build specifically, we do want to have the more elemental damage because we're playing CI, so we do not go low life. If you do go the fossil method, you're going to be using these 3 fossils: Frigid, Aberrant, and Glyphic. And on an 84 base, it is about a 1 in 6 to hit both the mods you want. So hopefully we'll be able to get it in just these 6 mods. I mean, in these 6 fossils. And each one of these fossils is roughly like 110, 120 C per click. So there we go. Now, I'm gonna be in this situation a lot, where you have the 2... You have hypothermia and you have your essence mod, but you need a suffix. The only thing you can do is just annul. We annulled the wrong thing off. That's unfortunate. Now, instead of doing it through the fossil method, what you can also do is do it through essences by spamming essence of, let's see what it is called. By spamming Essence of Horror. Now, Essence of Horror is about 4.7 per div, which is quite expensive. It is about 21 essences on 25 essences on average to hit your mod, so it's a bit over 6 divines to get the mod that you want. But if you're playing the low life setup, this is actually the ideal way of doing it, because you basically guarantee you get the correct essence mod, which makes it slightly cheaper than the fossil method, even though the fossil method is generally the cheaper of the 2. So let's see if we can hit hypothermia here. I'm gonna exalt this. Nope. Painful. Very painful. I've been getting extremely unlucky on this craft. I've been working on it for a while now. Then once you do get the mod that you need, if I don't hit it in these 4 fossils, I am going to go over to Craft of Exile to showcase the rest of the craft to you, because I don't want to buy myself more Glyphic fossils right now, because they're very expensive. Maybe one more Frigid. Nope. 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 And nope. Unfortunate. This helmet has been absolutely demolishing me. I have spent so many divines to not hit it and going way over average. So what we're gonna do is we're going to keep fossil spamming this until we end up with the 2 mods we want. So what we want is socketed gems give us hypothermia. Hypo. The tier doesn't really matter. Conk effect being higher level is more important than hypothermia. But at the same time, if you're crafting this yourself, just take what you get. It's like not the end of the world. Like eventually you can just mirror the helmet from me actually. I will be holding on to someone's mirror helmet to mirror it for them. But otherwise, like there's a free service helmet on the Settler Shawn that a friend of mine owns. So once you're in the situation where you have your suffix, hypothermia, and you have your socketed gems to your more elemental damage, or again, if you're playing like Inquisitor, for example, you can also do the more damage on low life. Both will work. You're gonna do suffix is gonna be changed. And you're gonna harvest Reforge critical. And this is guaranteed to give you one of 6 mods. It can either give you socketed attacks have 1%, 2%, or 3% critical, or it can give you socketed spells have 1%, 2%, 3%. Now, if you do get in this situation, we have attacks. Because we're using a spell skill, this is not useful. We're going to Orb of Dominance this. Unfortunately, this breaks, so we'd have to start over. Break again. There we go, now the Orb of Dominance hit, and then we just go again. Stuff is going to be changed. Reforge critical. Attacks of 3%, you just Orb of Dominance. The reason we do Orb of Dominance is because Orb of Dominance is going to give us a 1 in 2 chance to actually hit the annul, a 30% chance to like not break the base. But if you do an annulment orb, it is actually a 1 in 3, which is unfortunately way worse for us. So let's just do a few clicks. Attacks again. Spells have 3%. There we go. Once you reach this point where you have your suffixes done, what you're going to do is you're going to craft mana on the helmet. Craft mana. And you're just going to double exalt it. So, exalt. We didn't hit the mod we want. We're looking for conk effect. Then when you don't hit it, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your menagerie, and you're actually going to use a Wild Bristle Matron, because they're about 100 C each. And if you use a Wild Bristle Matron and you only have prefixes open, so you remove the mana, Wild Bristle Matron, it is guaranteed to give you suffixes cannot be changed. Then again, you scour, craft mana, and you go again. Boom, boom. And if I remember correctly, this is like a 1 in 21 or 1 in 26 to hit the conk effect. Let me check for you quickly. Probably should have had the setup beforehand. Okay, so if you have a prefix open and you slam twice, there is a 1 in 24 chance to hit the mod, which means about 12 Wild Bristle Matrons, because you get 2 slams in every time. So it's just slam. Didn't go to want. If you're a psychopath, you can try to awaken or Orbitus and break the entire helm to get like elevated mods. I'm personally not a psychopath. I would never do this, but there we go. We have 4% crit now. That's awesome. And every time you want to do the Wild Bristle Matron, you do actually have to remove the crafted mod that you have on the base. Otherwise, it will not let you do the Menagerie Beast. And you're gonna have to go back to your hideout and feel stupid for forgetting to do that. Area of effect, not what we want, unfortunately. Oh, Air effect, minion damage. We're doing all of the mods except the one we want. Oh, there we go, Conk effect. And in this case, you know, we have Armor ES, tier 5. Kind of unlucky. Whatever. And you're just gonna Clone Craft yourself. +1 AoE. And helm's done. And then you have your 8 mod helmet. This helm craft is very, very, very orangey. Once you have the suffixes done, it's actually not that bad. It might look like annoying to like the 12 wild bristle matrons and stuff, but like if you think about what each wild bristle matron is like 100 C and each exalts 20 C, it's like 12 divines, 13 divines for the prefixes. It's not that terrible. Whereas the suffixes are like way worse. Because needing to like hit that annul and then hit the reforged critical is just so painful. And you cannot actually do wild bristle matron to get suffixes gonna be changed when you have only 2 suffixes. So you have to pay the 2 divines every time you do a reforged critical. But anyway, YouTube, I hope this video is helpful, and I hope some of you can make some of these nice helms. Or just buy it. If I got as unlucky as I'm getting right now, trying to like craft this one up on my first ever helm, I would have gone broke so many times over. But like this craft here, for example, I got pretty lucky. I got it in like 10 divines or something crazy. Like everything kind of just went right. It was like 2 false souls, 1 reforged crit, and like 4 exalts, and we had conk effect with life, and everything T1. But yeah, that's just how RNG goes in the game. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all those beautiful things. And have a lovely catty day. Meow.